Welcome, dear friends, to a gentle journey through 120 enchanting facts about wizarding locations, those hidden corners of a magical world where castles cling to misty cliffs, villages glow with lamplight and secret spells, and quiet forests remember footsteps that never quite belonged to ordinary travelers. Tonight, we'll wander slowly through ancient schools and forgotten corridors, tucked away shops, and cobblestone streets, shimmering lakes, and shadowed towers, tracing the soft geography of a world shaped not only by maps and borders, but by memories, whispers, and the lingering glow of spells cast long ago. Together, we'll drift between places that feel both distant and strangely familiar, as if they've been waiting just beyond the veil of waking life for you to close your eyes and arrive. As you listen, you're invited to breathe a little more softly, to let your shoulders loosen, and to notice the gentle weight of your body being held by the bed beneath you. With each slow breath in and out, the noise of the day can fade to the edges, like a city seen from far its way at night, until all that remains is a sense of warmth, safety, and a quiet path unfolding in front of you through the dark. And if you enjoy drifting through calm, magical stories like this, you're welcome to subscribe and softly tell me where you're listening from tonight, as if sending a tiny owl of light out into the sleeping world. For now, there is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be, except here, with your breath, your closed eyes, and this slow journey. So when you are ready, let us take the first gentle step into the wizarding world and begin with Fact 1. Fact 1. The very first magical place many imagine is Hogwarts Castle, resting high upon its quiet cliff beside the Black Lake. Yet the castle's precise location is forever hidden by enchantments that gently bend the memory of anyone who strays too close. In the soft hush of night, it is said that the castle almost hums, as though recalling centuries of laughter, lessons, and wandering footsteps. Even when unseen, its warm glow feels near, like a light in distant fog, reminding all who dream of it that some places remain constant, comforting, and always waiting to be found again. The Black Lake itself is more than a body of water. It is a still, moonlit mirror that has watched generations drift by. When the winds are quiet, the surface seems almost unmoving, holding reflections of stars with delicate care. Ancient spells soothe its depths, calming storms before they rise, and guiding lost creatures gently back toward the shore. Some say that the lake remembers every boat that crossed it on the first night of school, carrying the young hearts filled with hope and trembling wonder, leaving faint traces of those emotions lingering like soft ripples beneath the surface. Fact 3. Hogsmeade Village, nestled in peaceful slopes, is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and its charm is woven not from grandeur, but from warmth. Lanterns along the streets glow like floating embers. Snow gathers quietly on rooftops, softening every sound. Even its busiest moments feel gentle, as though the village itself chooses to wrap its visitors in a quiet embrace. Each shop has stories layered like shared memories, moments of comfort, of discovery, of people finding small joys during long winters. To walk through Hogsmeade is to feel time slow, inviting you to simply breathe and belong. Fact 4. The Forbidden Forest stretches beyond the castle, its ancient trees rising like dark silhouettes against the sky. Though its name carries weight, the forest also holds a deep and timeless serenity. Leaves whisper to one another in a language older than spells, and moonbeams slip softly through the branches, resting on moss that glows faintly with magic. It is a place where the natural and the mystical meet in quiet harmony. While many fear its shadows, others speak of the calming stillness at its heart, a reminder that even the unknown can cradle beauty when approached with gentle respect. Fact 5. The Great Hall is more than a gathering place. It is a sanctuary where the ceiling mirrors the night sky with tender accuracy. The enchantment is so delicate that one might feel they're dining beneath real constellations, drifting quietly overhead. Candles float like soft stars of their own, lighting the room in a warm, golden haze. Generations have sat beneath that shimmering ceiling, sharing meals, whispers, and hopes. Even after everyone has gone, the hall holds their warmth, as though the very air remembers each soft moment, preserving them like glowing embers in the long history of the castle. Fact 6. The Room of Requirement is one of the castle's most compassionate secrets, appearing only when someone truly needs it. Its magic feels almost sentient, not forceful, but gentle, shaping itself into whatever form brings comfort or clarity. Some describe walking inside and feeling the room breathe with them, matching their emotions with silent understanding. Whether it becomes a cozy refuge, a place for discovery, or a quiet stretch of space simply to be alone, the room carries a rare tenderness. It reminds all who find it that even in sprawling ancient places, there is magic that listens and responds softly. Fact 7. The astronomy tower stands as one of the castle's tallest and most tranquil points, reaching into the cool night air. Its heights invite quiet reflection, as though every stone encourages the mind to wander gently upward toward the stars. Students who visit late at night often describe a sense of weightlessness, as if the calm sky lifts something heavy from their hearts. Telescopes rest by the arches, waiting patiently to frame constellations that glimmer like distant promises. The tower's silence is soothing, offering a comforting reminder that even in the largest of worlds, peaceful stillness can always be found. Fact 8. The Whomping Willow, despite its lively reputation, also holds a quieter side, known only to those who approach with stillness rather than fear. Beneath its sweeping branches lies a history older than many realize, its roots wrapped around memories of loyal friendships and unspoken secrets. On windless nights, when the tree stands calm, its leaves tremble with the gentlest rustle, as though humming an old lullaby. Even the entrance it guards is softened by time, its presence a reminder that every magical place has layers, some fierce, some tender, all shaped by the stories carried in its bark. Fact 9. Platform 9 3/4 sits in the heart of a busy Muggle station, yet it remains a sanctuary of transition between worlds, ages, and states of mind. Stepping through the barrier feels like slipping from noise into quiet wonder, as though the air itself sighs in welcome. The scarlet train waits with warm, patient energy, its gentle steam curling upward like sleepy breath. For countless young witches and wizards, this platform is a threshold of beginnings, filled with soft nerves, excitement, and hope. Even years later, the memory of crossing through that hidden space lingers like a comforting echo. Fact 10. Diagon Alley, though often bustling, carries a magic that softens even the busiest footsteps. Its winding path slopes gently, guiding visitors past windows filled with shimmering potions, glowing quills, and books whispering from tall shelves. The air seems to hum with a warm, lively calm, as if every brick and cobblestone remembers the joy of discovery. At dawn, when the street is quiet, golden light rests on the shop signs, illuminating small bursts of color and charm. It feels almost like a dream, one where curiosity is gentle, shopkeepers smile softly, and magic flows like a warm breeze through every turn. Fact 11. Nocturne Alley, often spoken of in hushed tones, carries an atmosphere far quieter than its reputation suggests. In the stillness of early morning, when its narrow paths rest untouched by hurried footsteps, the alley seems almost reflective. Shadows soften, blending into one another like fading ink, and the muted glow of lanterns dims to a gentle whisper. The shops, though mysterious, exude an ancient calm, each window holding relics that remember centuries of silent watchers. Beneath its darker stories lies a place shaped by time, secrecy, and the quiet patience of objects waiting for curious eyes to pass once more. Fact 12. The leaky cauldron sits between worlds, a small and unassuming space where magic and everyday life rest side by side. Its wooden beams creak with a familiar tenderness, and the soft glow of firelight settles into every corner like a warm blanket. Even during the busiest hours, the pub has a way of slowing time, letting each visitor breathe a little deeper. Travelers speak of the gentle welcome one feels upon entering, an unspoken invitation to set down worries, sip something warm, and let the world outside fade. It remains a comforting gateway, steady and unwavering through generations. Fact 13. Gringotts Wizarding Bank rises with quiet grandeur, its marble pillars polished by countless years of footsteps and whispered hopes. While its reputation leans toward the formidable, those who visit early in the morning describe a serene hush, as though the building sleeps lightly before the day begins. Soft echoes drift through the vast hall, carrying faint memories of coins handled, dreams stored, and journeys prepared. Even the ancient vault doors seem to breathe in a slow, methodical rhythm. In this stillness, Gringotts becomes less a fortress and more a monument to the delicate balance between trust, history, and hidden wonders. Fact 14. The Ministry of Magic, despite its size and constant motion, holds pockets of surprising stillness. Long corridors stretch like quiet rivers, their polished floors reflecting soft lantern light. After hours when most offices lie empty, the building's heartbeat slows, revealing its gentler nature. Papers rustle faintly, fireplaces glow with a sleepy warmth, and enchanted lifts hum with patient energy. In these quiet moments, the ministry feels less like a place of decisions and more like a sanctuary of accumulated stories, each room carrying the soft imprint of those who worked, hoped, and dreamed within its protective walls. Fact 15. The Fountain of Magical Brethren, standing in the ministry's atrium, radiates a serene, peaceful glow. Water spills in graceful arcs, its rhythm steady and soothing, filling the wide space with a soft, echoing lull. The statues surrounding the fountain seem gentler in this light, their expressions softened by the shimmering mist that floats upward. Many passers-by pause for a brief moment, letting the calm settle into their thoughts before continuing on. The fountain reminds the magical world that even in places filled with movement and responsibility, there are moments meant purely for stillness, reflection, and quiet connection. Fact 16. Shell Cottage, perched on a windswept coastline, is touched by a rare tranquility. The sea whispers along the shore, its gentle rhythm mingling with the soft rustle of dunes. Light pours through the windows in warm ribbons, illuminating seashells and driftwood collected over the years. At night, the moon paints silver paths across the water, guiding thoughts into peaceful drift. Those who stay there describe an enveloping sense of safety, as though the cottage itself offers comfort in every beam and every breath of salty air. It is a place where healing begins with quiet, steady calm. Fact 17: Godric's Hollow carries a deep, almost sacred stillness. Snow often settles gently upon its rooftops, cushioning each sound until the village feels wrapped in a soft blanket of memory. Cobblestone paths wind quietly between homes, and lanterns glow with a golden warmth that seems to linger in the air. Visitors often describe an inexplicable pull toward reflection, as though the village invites them to pause and listen, to history, to echoes, to themselves. Even in its moments of sorrow, Godric's Hollow radiates tenderness, reminding all who step into its quiet streets that courage and love leave imprints that never fade. Fact 18: The Shrieking Shack stands on a lonely hill, weathered by time yet softened by the passage of seasons. Despite its eerie tales, the shack reveals a gentler presence when viewed from afar. Wooden boards creak in the breeze like an old lullaby, and the windows, though dusty, catch the moonlight in delicate fragments. The air around it feels heavy with stories, not frightening, but sorrowful in a way that invites quiet empathy. Many who pass by sense a faint warmth beneath the decay, as if the shack itself sighs softly, longing not to scare, but simply to be remembered kindly. Fact 19: Spinner's End rests near a slow-moving river, its waters carrying reflections of muted skies and distant chimneys. The small street feels tucked away from the world, sheltered beneath drifting clouds and gentle shadows. Brick homes line the quiet road, their windows glowing faintly in the evenings like half-forgotten memories. Even the air seems still, touched by the calm of a place that holds more silence than conversation. Spinner's End may appear unremarkable, yet within its quiet corners lies a sense of hidden depth, as though the walls and waters have observed lifetimes of unspoken thoughts and tender secrets. Fact 20: Ollivander's wand shop, narrow and dust-kissed, feels alive in a soft and subtle way. Shelves stretch upward like towering trees, each box holding a faint hum of history. The air is thick with the scent of polished wood and magic that has settled over centuries. When sunlight peeks through the curtains, it lands gently on forgotten corners, revealing motes of dust drifting like tiny stars. Many describe a sense of being watched, not ominously, but curiously, as if the wands themselves are sensing the quiet rhythm of one's heart. Inside Ollivander's, even silence carries its own gentle enchantment. Fact 21: The Chamber of Secrets, hidden deep beneath Hogwarts, is often remembered for its legends, yet there is a quieter truth beneath the stories. When undisturbed, the chamber rests in absolute stillness, its stone pillars rising like ancient guardians of forgotten time. Water gathers in calm pools along the floor, reflecting soft glimmers of torchlight that once guided lost footsteps. The carved serpents, though imposing, seem to sleep in a peaceful silence, untouched by centuries of change. In this muted underground sanctuary, one can almost sense the slow rhythm of the castle itself, breathing gently through its oldest roots. Fact 22: The Hall of Prophecies stretches endlessly through the Department of Mysteries, yet it feels surprisingly soft, as if wrapped in a perpetual hush. Glass spheres glow faintly like distant fireflies, each holding whispers of futures that may or may not unfold. Their muted shimmer bathes the vast hall in a dreamy blue haze, inviting quiet contemplation. Even footsteps seem softened here, as though the air wishes to protect the delicate balance of secrets resting on every shelf. Within this still place, time feels stretched, suspended, offering the tender reminder that destiny, too, moves with a gentle, patient flow. Fact 23. The time room carries a soft, looping rhythm, echoing the movement of clocks that circle through endless cycles. Golden light flickers peacefully from enchanted instruments, their ticking smooth and hypnotic, like the steady beating of a calm heart. Hourglasses turn themselves with slow, graceful motion, letting sand fall in quiet streams. Wandering inside feels like drifting between moments, each breath dissolving gently into the next. Here, the air is warm with a subtle glow, as if time itself chooses to cradle its secrets rather than command them. It is a room where memories settle, tender and unhurried. Fact 24. The Veil Room, though solemn, holds a dreamlike stillness that feels almost like a whisper from another world. The ancient archway stands at the center, veiled by soft, fluttering curtains that move with no clear breeze. Its presence is not frightening, but contemplative, an invitation to feel the thinness between realms. The stone floor glows faintly in the dim blue light, grounding the space in quiet calm. Many describe sensing a deep peace here, a gentle reminder of life's mysteries that cannot be rushed or fully understood. In this room, silence carries a comforting weight, serene and endless. Facta 25. The mirror of Arist sits quietly in forgotten corners, its surface glowing with a soft, pearlescent shimmer. When no one stands before it, the glass reflects only the dim light of its resting place, gentle, muted, peaceful. Its golden frame feels warm to the touch, as though infused with the echoes of countless longings once gazed into it. Though its magic is powerful, the mirror's true nature is gentle. It does not tempt, but simply reveals what already lives within the heart. In its presence, time slows, inviting quiet reflection, tenderness, and the soft acceptance of dreams, both near and distant. Fact 26. The Tower. Owlery rises above Hogwarts, with winds that carry soft feathers and the faint scent of rain. Perched high in the open air, the owlery feels like a peaceful crossroads between sky and stone. During quiet hours, owls rest in patient clusters, their gentle coos blending into a soothing chorus. Light filters through the arches, painting soft patterns on the worn floor. Visitors often find themselves lingering, watching the sky shift from deep blue to soft lavender. In this calm sanctuary, messages begin and end, carried on wings that know the quiet rhythms of night better than anyone. Fact 27. The Hog's Head Inn, though weathered, holds a secret warmth beneath its rustic surfaces. A dust settles softly on old wooden beams, and the dim lanterns cast a steady amber glow. The inn seems to exhale a long, quiet sigh whenever the door closes, as though relieved to return to its familiar stillness. Patrons speak in low tones that blend easily with the crackle of the fireplace. Despite its reputation for secrecy, the Hog's Head feels strangely comforting, like a refuge for those seeking quiet corners, warm drinks, and a place where thoughts can drift gently without interruption. Fact 28. The groundskeeper's hut on the edge of the forest radiates a homely charm. Its garden blooms with gentle, earthy fragrances that drift into the breeze, mingling with the soft scents of wild grass and damp soil. The lantern beside the door flickers with tender light, guiding evening wanderers toward its warmth. Inside, thick wooden beams and mismatched furnishings create an atmosphere of simple comfort. It is a place shaped by kindness and care, where creatures are tended, stories are shared, and the night air feels a little less cold. The hut stands as a quiet reminder of steadfast hospitality. Fact 29. The prefect's bathroom hides behind polished doors, waiting like a private haven untouched by the castle's usual bustle. Candlelight reflects off marble walls in soft, shimmering waves, turning the room into a sanctuary of warmth and steam. The enchanted bath glows with dreamy colors that ripple across the surface like liquid starlight. Even the echo of dripping water sounds gentle here, soothing the mind from its first quiet note. Those who visit describe a sense of floating, physically, emotionally, within a space designed to ease tension and offer calm. It is one of the castle's gentlest luxuries. Fact 30. The Hogwarts Library, vast and contemplative, carries a hush so delicate it feels almost alive. Rows of towering shelves stand like ancient trees, and the warm scent of parchment fills the air. Sunlight streams through high windows in soft beams, illuminating drifting dust motes that resemble tiny glowing charms. The library's magic is subtle, woven into the comforting rustle of pages and the peaceful weight of knowledge resting in silence. Sitting among these books feels like being wrapped in a cotton soft blanket of wisdom, steady, expansive, and endlessly patient. It is a haven for quiet minds and wandering thoughts. Fact 31. The Forbidden Forest's heart holds a hidden glade where sunlight filters through the canopy in soft, dappled pools. It's a place of serenity, cradled by thick trees and the quiet hum of ancient magic. No creature stirs here except those attuned to the forest's pulse, unseen and gentle. The ground is soft with moss, like a living carpet, and the air holds a quiet breath. Visitors often describe it as a place where time slows, where even the wind seems to hush, leaving only the quiet rustle of leaves to echo the pulse of the earth. Fact 32. The herbology greenhouses are lush sanctuaries where magic and nature meet in an almost harmonious waltz. Within the warm glass walls, the air is thick with the scent of freshly turned earth and blooming magical plants. The rich green of leaves and vines creeps across every corner, their tendrils gently reaching out as though seeking touch. In the quiet moments, when the greenhouse is empty, the plants seem to breathe, drawing in the gentle rhythm of the air. These spaces are not simply classrooms, but breathing realms where the pulse of nature merges with soft spells of care. Fact 33. The Black Forest, a quiet, less explored place far from the heart of magical settlements, is home to wild, untamed magic. It is an ancient place, untouched by modern spells, where the trees grow thick with old roots that twist deep into the earth. When night falls, soft moonlight struggles through the thick canopy, casting shimmering patterns on the forest floor. Despite its wildness, the air in the Black Forest feels calming, as though it cradles the magic around it in deep silence, offering safe passage to those who respect its untold, peaceful mystery. Fact 34. The giant squid that resides in the Black Lake is often forgotten by those who visit for brief moments, but it holds a quiet majesty. Its large, soft limbs stretch lazily across the water, its movements slow and undisturbed. On still days, its tentacles reach toward the surface, casting long, calm shadows across the lake's depths. Though it moves with the grace of the water itself, there is a quiet mystery in its presence. The squid is one with the lake, silently guarding its secrets, offering only the soft ripple of water as a reminder of its slow, peaceful existence. In 30, the room of hidden things is a place where forgotten or lost objects find their own quiet rest. Hidden behind a charm that only the desperate or curious can unlock, the room pulses with a calm energy that reflects the stillness of abandonment. Broken trinkets, old books, discarded dreams all quietly rest within its space, waiting to be discovered by those who seek. The room does not offer its treasures easily. Instead, it guides its seekers with a quiet patience, reminding them that sometimes the things we lose find their way back to us when we least expect it. Fact 36. The burrow, nestled among the rolling hills, is a house that feels as though it's alive with the gentle rhythm of its inhabitants. Inside, the walls are filled with warmth, not just from the hearth, but from the very soul of the house itself. The rooms are cozy, cluttered with memories and laughter, while outside, the gardens grow wild as though they too are part of the family. The air here is always light, carrying the scent of fresh bread and magic that only exists in places where love and care build quietly, day by day, with every magical touch. Fact 37. The Quidditch pitch, when empty, takes on an unusual stillness. The broomsticks hang suspended in time, waiting in the corners, and the stands stand quietly in the teals breeze. The air here is wide and open, unhurried by the usual games or cheering. Under the vast sky, the field feels both expansive and intimate, as if holding all the potential for the next match, the next leap of a broomstick through the air. It's a space shaped by exhilaration, yet when the stadium is silent, it speaks only in whispers of the winds and the soft sway of the goalposts. Fact 38. The Burrow's kitchen, always a flurry of activity, is also home to moments of quiet warmth. Though it is often filled with the bustling sounds of meal preparations, there are still pockets of peace, the soft hum of the kettle, the crackling of the fire in the hearth. The stone walls absorb the laughter and chatter, leaving behind a lingering feeling of comfort. It's a place where the simplest ingredients are transformed into something magical and where time, too, slows down. The warmth in the air doesn't come just from the stove, but from the hearts of those who gather around it. Fact 39. The Shrieking Shack, with its reputation as a haunted place, actually carries a certain quiet charm when viewed from afar. Its crooked structure stands against the backdrop of the ever-changing sky, and the wind that whistles through its broken windows creates a sound like an old lullaby. Though many may fear its past, there is something deeply calming in the way it has settled into its surroundings. Its weathered wood and overgrown ivy speak of the passing of time, and those who listen closely say it holds a quiet history, one that whispers more of sorrow than of fear. Fact 40. The Vila's homeland, far from the reaches of most magical beings, is hidden in the mist-covered mountains. In the early morning light, the air is cool and still, wrapped in a quiet embrace. The slopes are soft with the glow of dawn, the light revealing delicate flowers that bloom in the shade of towering, ancient trees. The ground here feels sacred, shaped by an enchantment that lingers in the breeze. The Vila's songs are soft, like wind through leaves, weaving through the landscape, carrying whispers of old magic and longing through the quiet, dreamlike landscape they call home. Fact 41. The entrance hall of Hogwarts, with its high ceilings and grand doors, exudes a quiet sense of awe. The air seems to breathe softly as students pass through, their footsteps echoing lightly against the ancient stone. Yet hidden within this seemingly open space are secrets tucked in the shadows of its arches. On still days, when the castle settles into silence, you may feel a soft presence, as if the hall itself is holding memories of first arrivals, of whispered promises, and of the quiet moments when the castle, as ancient as it is, takes a moment to breathe. Fact 42. The secret passageways beneath Hogwarts are silent veins that wind through the depths of the castle. Most of these paths are lost to time, their entrances carefully concealed by spells and forgotten whispers. But those who know where to look speak of the quiet calm that these hidden spaces hold. The stone walls, cold to the touch, cradle the air in a gentle embrace. In the absence of footsteps, the passageways seem to breathe, as though they hold the secret history of those who once wandered through them, their journeys tucked away in the soft dark. Fact 43. The prefect's bathroom, though often filled with soft chatter, feels serene when the door closes behind you. The water in the magical bath shimmers, changing colors with a soothing glow, as though it responds to your every thought. The room hums with quiet magic, like a lullaby meant only for those seeking calm. Here, the world outside falls away, and all that remains is the gentle warmth of the water, the soft scent of bubbles, and the embrace of a peaceful solitude that wraps itself around you like a soft, quiet blanket. Fact 44. The Chamber of Secrets, though vast, holds an eerie stillness when it is left untouched. Its hidden passages, hidden by layers of ancient enchantments, seem to breathe only when one dares to step inside. Stone walls, worn smooth by time, hold traces of forgotten whispers and soft echoes from a time when it was a place of both refuge and terror. The serpentine carvings seem to sleep, their silent eyes watching over the chamber with a quiet awareness. In its dark corners, time does not move. It lingers, waiting patiently to reveal what has been hidden for centuries. Fact 45. The room of requirement is a space that appears only when the heart calls for it, shaped not by the mind, but by the needs of the soul. This room, more than any other, adapts to the quiet wishes of its visitor. The walls seem to listen, the air heavy with the magic of possibilities. Whether a place of warmth, refuge, or gentle reflection, the room cradles its visitors in a peaceful embrace, offering what is needed without asking. It is not a place of force, but a soft space that bends gently to the rhythms of the heart. Fact 46. The hidden corridor, one of Hogwarts' oldest mysteries, can only be found by those attuned to its soft magic. It is said to reveal itself when the castle wishes to show its ancient heart. Long, narrow, and shadowed, the corridor feels suspended in time, its walls lined with forgotten portraits that move only in the dim light. The air is thick with the scent of old books and hidden treasures, the kind of place where memories seem to settle like dust on forgotten shelves. Walking through it, one feels as though they are stepping through a memory, held softly in the castle's embrace. Fact 47. The Shrieking Shack is a house filled with the echoes of time. Its rooms, though abandoned, seem to breathe with the history of its past. The winds that howl through its broken windows carry whispers that blend with the soft rustling of old floorboards. At night, when the moon rises high, the shack takes on an almost ethereal glow, casting shadows that dance like ghosts. Despite its reputation, the shack offers a quiet serenity, its broken walls telling stories, not of terror, but of the passage of time, and of the gentle, inevitable way memories settle into stillness. Fact 48: The burrow, though cozy and bustling, holds a quiet secret, a room where time seems to slow. Tucked behind mismatched walls, this hidden space offers a peaceful reprieve where one can simply rest. The warmth of the hearth fills the air, and the soft rustling of feathers in the attic above provides a gentle lull. Every corner of the burrow is alive with the soft hum of life, but in this secret room, all feels calm. It is a place where the chaos of the world can rest, leaving only a comforting peace to envelope its visitors. Fact 49: The mirror of Erised, tucked away in a forgotten room, feels like an oasis of quiet longing. When no one gazes upon it, the glass is a soft reflection of the world around it, only a whisper of the magic it contains. Yet in its quiet moments, when you face it and allow its allure to settle into your heart, the mirror pulses with gentle warmth, offering a reflection not of what is, but of what might be. Here in the dim light, the mirror holds space for desires both tender and unspoken, revealing only what the heart most quietly craves. Fact 50: The clock tower stands tall and quiet, its enormous hands sweeping through the hours with a deliberate, measured grace. Though the ticking is constant, there is a certain calm in its sound, like the steady pulse of a heartbeat. The tower's bells toll softly, each note echoing through the air, a reminder that time moves gently but steadily forward. Those who pause beneath the tower often describe a strange sense of peace. Time, despite its constant passage, can feel like a comforting presence here, gently reminding all who listen that each moment, though fleeting, is a quiet gift. Fact 51: Beaubaton Academy of Magic, tucked high in the Pyrenees Mountains, feels like a dream wrapped in elegance. Its pale blue towers rise gently from the mist, reflecting the soft glow of moonlight. The school's grounds are a serene blend of gardens and crystal clear streams, where the air seems to hum with calm enchantments. Within the grand hall, every detail is designed for beauty and harmony, as though every stone and flower was placed with care. It is a place of grace, where the soft whispers of magic linger in every corner, inviting contemplation and quiet growth. Fact 52: Durmstrang Institute, surrounded by icy forests and mountains, stands in sharp contrast to the warmer schools of magic. Yet within its harsh exterior, there is a quiet strength. The towering fortress-like structure offers an air of solitude where students find focus in the chill of the northern winds. Inside, the halls echo with the deep, quiet intensity of those who seek mastery in magic's most formidable forms. The cold, though biting, wraps the school in a cocoon of stillness, allowing each student to hone their skills in a calm and determined silence that spans seasons. Fact 53: Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, nestled atop Mount Greylock, carries the quiet grace of a place where ancient magic meets the spirit of the land. The stone walls of the school are bathed in sunlight that filters through the forest canopy, casting warm shadows upon the grounds. The school feels timeless, as though it has always been part of the mountain. The air here is thick with the scent of pine and wildflowers, and the magic, both wild and soft, weaves itself into the hearts of those who walk these paths, inviting them to find their own rhythm. Fact 54: The Sorting Hat, Though small and seemingly insignificant when perched on the stool, holds a deep magic that settles quietly over each new student. Its worn, patched surface holds the whispers of centuries of sorting, each house imbued with the dreams, hopes, and fears of those who have worn it. As the hat listens to each student's heart, its magic hums gently, sorting them not by ambition alone, but by something deeper, a quiet understanding of the soul's true nature. Its soft, intelligent presence reminds all who seek to be sorted that their path will always lead them home. Fact 55. The Hogwarts Library, vast and endless, holds more than books. Its quiet halls are filled with the soft, golden light of enchanted lamps, casting shadows that stretch lazily across the stone floors. Within its towering shelves, pages turn softly, and ancient scrolls murmur in the wind. The library is a sanctuary for those who seek peace and knowledge, offering a gentle reprieve from the world outside. The air smells of parchment and magic, inviting each visitor to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and lose themselves in the comfort of a story or the quiet promise of a well loved spell. Fact 56. The Room of Requirement, shaped by desire and need, remains a hidden treasure for those who seek sanctuary within Hogwarts. Its walls, though ever changing, hold an undeniable calmness. When needed most, the room offers solace, a place to rest, to study, or to reflect without judgment. The magic that fills the space feels almost alive, wrapping itself around the seeker like a comforting embrace. It is a room shaped not by time or physical space, but by the quiet whisper of intention, gently weaving itself into the heart of Hogwarts, always there when you need it most. Fact 57. The Hogwarts grounds are an expansive sanctuary, filled with quiet corners where students can steal moments of peace. The soft rustle of leaves in the forbidden forest, the gentle hum of the black lake, and the warm breeze that carries whispers of distant spells all converge to create a place of serenity. Whether strolling through the lush greenery or resting by a stone wall, the grounds offer a natural refuge where time slows and the pulse of the world outside seems to soften. It is a place where the soul can rest, finding quiet comfort in the magic of nature. Fact 58. The Astronomy Tower, one of the tallest points of Hogwarts, offers a view into the infinite night sky, where stars twinkle softly like distant dreams. At night, the air grows cool, and the soft hum of magic vibrates through the stones beneath your feet. The tower feels like a quiet observer, always watching, always waiting. Here, the world feels small and infinite at once, the vastness of the stars whispering timeless truths. To stand beneath this celestial canopy is to feel both grounded and adrift, as if the whole universe is quietly holding you in its embrace. Fact 59. The Care of Magical Creatures class often leads students to the paddocks, where the magical beasts roam freely, their movements quiet and unhurried. Whether it is the gentle giant Hagrid tending to his creatures, or students watching as hippogriffs and thestrals move in their solemn way, the air is thick with peaceful curiosity. The soft rustling of leaves and the distant calls of creatures echo in the calm, offering a space where one can simply observe and connect with the deep, quiet magic of the natural world. It is a class that nurtures both the spirit and the soul. Fact 60. The Forbidden Forest, though often associated with mystery and danger, carries an undeniable serenity in its untouched corners. The deeper you venture, the more the air grows thick with quiet enchantment. The trees stand tall and ancient, their bark whispering secrets from centuries ago. The forest holds space for those who seek solitude, offering shelter beneath its leafy canopy. Even the creatures within move with a quiet grace, existing in a world untouched by the rush of time. In this hidden sanctuary, time slows, and the gentle pulse of nature cradles all who venture beneath its shade. Fact 61: the village of Ottery St. Catchpole, though unassuming at first glance, holds a quiet magic in its rolling hills and peaceful streets. The houses, warm and weathered, seem to smile back at the visitors, as if inviting them into a world where time flows a little slower. The village green holds the laughter of children playing, and the nearby river whispers stories of old. Here, the air smells of fresh bread and earth, carrying with it the gentle hum of life and magic that has existed quietly for centuries, leaving an imprint on the hearts of all who visit. In fact 62, Diagon Alley, tucked away from the eyes of muggles, feels like a living, breathing organism, a space that hums with quiet energy. Its cobblestone streets are lined with quaint shops and glowing windows where magical wonders seem to pulse softly beneath the surface. Despite the occasional bustle, there is a gentle rhythm to the alley where time seems to flow differently. The scent of fresh parchment, warm pastries, and bubbling potions drifts through the air, wrapping visitors in the comfort of familiar magic. In this hidden corner of the world, every turn feels like an invitation to slow down and wonder. Fact 63: Hogsmeade, the only all wizarding village in Britain, carries an undeniable charm that feels like a gentle embrace. Snow often dusts its rooftops in winter, lending the streets a soft, ethereal glow. The shop windows sparkle with festive lights, and the sound of laughter mingles with the crisp air. The village's warmth is never too loud but steady and comforting, like a fire crackling softly in the hearth. Visitors often feel as though they've stepped into a living storybook where the simplicity of life, magic, and community weave together into a space that feels both timeless and full of promise. Fact 64: the Leaky Cauldron, a humble yet beloved pub, serves as the gateway between the muggle and magical worlds. Its wooden beams creak with the soft rhythm of centuries of visitors, and its lanterns cast a gentle glow, welcoming all who seek to pass through. The air inside is filled with the soft murmur of conversation, and the scent of warm drinks drifts lazily through the room. Despite its sometimes rough exterior, the pub carries an intimate peace, offering a quiet space to gather one's thoughts before stepping into the vibrant chaos of Diagon Alley, just beyond its doors. Fact 65: the village of Godric's Hollow holds an air of reverence, as if it breathes with the memories of those who walked its quiet streets long before. The cobblestone paths wind gently between cottages, each stone holding a soft echo of history. The scent of blooming flowers fills the air, and the hum of the wind through the trees carries whispers of old magic. In the evening, when the sun sets behind the hills, the village falls into a peaceful hush, as if nature itself is pausing to honor the quiet strength and sacrifice that have shaped its very foundation. Fact 66: the burrow, nestled among the hills, is a home woven together by love and magic. It feels alive with warmth, not just from the fire that crackles in the hearth, but from the very walls that hum with the sounds of family. The garden grows wild and free, its flowers and plants swaying gently in the breeze. The scent of fresh baked bread often drifts from the kitchen, inviting all who pass by to linger for a moment. The burrow stands as a quiet testament or to the beauty of imperfection, a place where love grows and time moves softly forward. Fact 67: the shrieking shack, perched on the edge of the village, holds a peculiar stillness. Despite its reputation, the shack itself seems more like a tired guardian of long forgotten stories. The wind that howls through its broken windows carries with it a soft, mournful song, almost like a lullaby for lost things. The building, though weathered and worn, seems to hum with an energy that has quietly settled into its bones over the years. Visitors may feel an odd sense of peace within its crumbling walls, as though the shack is simply waiting for its own time to rest in silence. Fact 68: Diagon Alley's Nocturne Alley offers a quieter, more mysterious side to the bustling street. Though it is often avoided by those seeking the light, the alley holds a certain allure for those who venture within. The narrow cobblestone pathways are lined with darkened shops whose windows flicker with faint, eerie light. The air here feels cooler, almost as though time itself moves slower. There is a calm, unsettling silence that hangs in the air, and those who pass through can almost hear the soft rustle of secrets long kept. It is a place where darkness holds its own quiet beauty. Fact 69: the Three Broomsticks Inn, located in the heart of Hogsmeade, carries a warmth that is as inviting as the golden light that pours through its windows. The air inside is thick with the scent of butterbeer and the soft crackle of the fire, inviting all who enter to unwind and relax. The inn feels like a cozy haven where time slows and the outside world drifts away. It is a place where friends gather, laughter fills the air, and every sip of drink feels like a moment of peaceful connection, wrapped in the comfort of old traditions. Fact 70: the Hogwarts Express, though it runs with the speed and purpose of a train, feels suspended in time. The rhythmic click-clack of the wheels on the track creates a soothing lull, and the soft sway of the carriage offers a quiet, comforting motion. The train is a bridge between the familiar and the unknown, where students share stories, laughter, and whispered secrets in the soft glow of lantern light. As the landscape blurs outside, the warmth inside is palpable, like a quiet cocoon that carries passengers safely toward their new beginning, always moving, always gently forward. Fact 71: the Valley of the Vila, hidden away in the mountains of Eastern Europe, is a place where the air feels thick with magic. The soft, melodic hum of ancient songs carries on the wind, and the landscape is dotted with flowers that bloom with a gentle, glowing light. The Vila, elusive and graceful, move through the valley like whispers, their songs calling to the hearts of those who wander near. It is a place untouched by time, where the magic flows as quietly as the rivers that wind through the valley, carrying with it a sense of timeless beauty. Fact 72: the Enchanted Isles, located far off the coast of Scotland, are steeped in ancient magic that few have ever seen. These mist-covered islands are home to creatures both magnificent and strange, and their shores are constantly kissed by soft, rolling waves. The landscape is rich with hidden groves, and the air hums with a quiet enchantment, as if the very ground is alive with the magic of ages past. Few venture to these remote lands, but those who do are often struck by the deep sense of serenity that settles over them, as though time has slowed entirely. Fact 73: the Highlands of Scotland are home to a quiet, secretive world where ancient magic still lingers in the stones and rivers. Here, The land is untouched by modern spells, and the atmosphere is thick with mystery. The mountains rise tall and majestic, their slopes blanketed in moss and heather. The air is cool, the silence broken only by the distant cry of an eagle or the rustling of leaves. It is a place where the magic of the old world feels strong, as if the land itself is cradling forgotten secrets that only the earth can remember. Fact 74: the Black Lake, though well known to Hogwarts students, stretches much further than most realize, its deep waters hiding the whispers of long forgotten places. The lake's depths are filled with magical creatures that seldom rise to the surface, living in quiet seclusion. The shores, though often calm, hold an ancient stillness that seems to transcend the passing of time. There is an eerie peace beneath the surface, where the gentle flow of water carries with it the quiet pulse of the earth, offering a calmness that can only be found in the untouched corners of the world. Fact 75: the lost city of Atlantis, shrouded beneath the waves, is said to be a place where magic once flourished with unmatched brilliance. Now lost to the ocean's depths, the ruins of the city hold a quiet reverence, as though the very stones and columns are cradling the secrets of an ancient civilization. When the moonlight hits the ocean just right, some claim the faintest silhouette of the city can be seen, bathed in a soft, silver glow. Atlantis is a place where time sleeps, and the magic that once thrived there now lies gently undisturbed, waiting to be rediscovered. Fact 76: the Desert of Durmstrang, an ancient forgotten place hidden in the heart of the Arabian deserts, is a landscape shaped by both heat and silence. The sun beats down with a quiet intensity, and the wind moves slowly across the golden sands. Little is known about this region, but ancient texts speak of its strong magical currents, once used by wizards to harness elemental powers. Now, the desert holds its magic in secret, buried beneath the endless dunes. In the stillness of the desert, the magic sleeps, waiting for the rare few who can hear its call. Fact 77: the hidden lagoon in the South Pacific is a place of soft mystery, its waters shimmering beneath a veil of mist. The lagoon is surrounded by towering cliffs, where trees grow with twisting roots that seem to reach for the sea. The water here holds an ancient magic, calm and unhurried, filled with quiet creatures that glide gently beneath the surface. Few know of the lagoon's existence, and fewer still have been fortunate enough to witness its beauty firsthand. For those who discover it, the lagoon offers a peaceful refuge, cradled by the silence of the ocean. Fact 78: the dark forest in Siberia, vast and almost entirely unexplored, holds its secrets under a thick layer of ice and snow. The trees are ancient, their branches twisted into shapes that seem almost alive, as though they are whispering to one another. The air is sharp with cold, and the only sound is the soft crunch of snow underfoot. Magic in this place feels different, older, familiar, yet forgotten. It is a space that invites both awe and silence, where the natural world holds its breath, cradling secrets that have never known the intrusion of human or wizarding hands. Fact 79: the floating islands of Atlantis, distant and nearly unreachable, hover gently above the clouds, bathed in the soft light of the sun. These islands are home to magical beings that live in harmony with the sky and the stars. The air here is thin, yet crisp, and the view of the vast world below is breathtaking. The magic that fills the islands feels light, almost ethereal, as if it were a dream held together by the softest thread of starlight. To walk among the islands is to be carried by the very air itself, drifting gently between worlds. Fact 80. The Great Barrier Reef, while known for its natural beauty, is also home to a hidden underwater world where magical creatures glide silently through the depths. The water, warm and clear, hums with the soft magic of the ocean's creatures, both known and unknown. Beneath the surface, ancient coral reefs twist and turn in mesmerizing patterns, sheltering magical plants and creatures that thrive in the quiet shadows. The reef is a space of gentle magic, where time moves slowly and the underwater world holds its breath in the calm, undisturbed by the bustling world above. Fact 81. The Forgotten Chapel, hidden deep in the forest near Hogwarts, carries an air of deep reverence. The stone walls covered in moss seem to whisper of an age long past. Inside, dust motes drift in the golden sunlight, casting a soft glow over forgotten altars. It is a place where time stands still, and the echoes of old prayers and whispered secrets linger in the air. Few know of its existence, but those who find it are often filled with a profound sense of peace, as if the chapel exists to cradle forgotten memories in its quiet embrace. Back 82. The buried city, submerged beneath the waters of the northern sea, is a place shrouded in myth. The ruins, long forgotten by the world above, rest in peaceful stillness beneath the waves. Soft currents ripple through the ancient streets, carrying with them fragments of lost history. The faded marble columns rise slowly from the seafloor like silent sentinels watching over the deep. The city holds no rush, no clamoring for discovery, only quiet and timeless beauty. It exists in a world all its own, suspended in the embrace of the ocean, holding memories of a past that no longer stirs. Fact 83. The shimmering cave, hidden beneath the cliffs of the misty mountains, sparkles softly in the darkness. The walls are lined with crystals that glow faintly, casting soft, undulating light over the floor. Each crystal seems to hum with magic, resonating gently with the rhythm of the earth. The air is cool and damp, carrying the scent of stone and water. Inside, the cave feels like a place of calm reflection, where time bends and memories fade into the stone. Those who wander through its quiet halls often leave, with a deep sense of serenity, as though touched by something eternal. Fact 84. The Cave of the Lost Stars, hidden deep within a remote mountain range, holds a quiet, celestial power. Inside, the walls are adorned with ancient carvings of constellations, softly glowing with a light that feels almost alive. The air within the cave is thick with magic, and each breath feels as though it is filled with the essence of the night sky. The cave, though rarely visited, has been a sanctuary for stargazers and dreamers for centuries. To stand inside is to be connected to the vastness of the cosmos, where the stars above seem to watch quietly over all. Fact 85. The Forest of Whispers, deep in the heart of the wizarding world, is a place where time moves differently. The trees, ancient and wise, seem to hum softly with secrets long kept. The air is thick with the scent of earth and wood, and every rustle of leaves feels like a soft murmur from another time. In the heart of the forest, the wind seems to pause, as if holding its breath in reverence. Few dare to enter, but those who do find a deep peace within its quiet embrace, as though the forest itself is gently listening to their souls. Fact 86. The floating gardens, hidden high above the clouds, are a secret place of peace and stillness. Here, Flowers bloom with a quiet magic, their petals glowing softly in the ethereal light. The air is thin but crisp, carrying with it the soft fragrance of blossoms and herbs. The gardens feel untouched by time, a serene sanctuary where every plant seems to grow in perfect harmony. The world below is a distant memory, and in this high floating place, all that remains is quiet, gentle growth, and the soft whisper of the wind that carries the secrets of the sky. Fact 87: the Eternal Mountain, a peak lost to time, stands far beyond the reach of most travelers. Covered in snow, its jagged edges seem to pierce the sky, while its slopes are etched with ancient markings that seem to shift when not observed. Legends speak of a time when the mountain was a place of pilgrimage, but now it sits in quiet isolation, untouched by the world below. The air here is thin and crisp, and the silence is profound, broken only by the soft flutter of snowflakes that drifted gently from the sky, as though time itself has forgotten this place. Fact 88: the ruins of Ithar, once a great city known for its vast libraries and mystical knowledge, now rest in quiet decay. The crumbling towers rise out of the desert, their stonework covered in a fine dust. The streets, once bustling with life, are now empty, save for the occasional tumbleweed that drifts across the forgotten path. The air carries a whisper of ancient knowledge, as if the ruins still hold the memory of the city's past. Visitors to Ithar often describe a sense of reverence, as though the city itself is softly mourning the passing of its golden age. Fact 89: the hidden grove, tucked deep within the forbidden forest, feels like a living sanctuary. The trees here are taller and older, their bark etched with symbols that glow faintly in the dim light. The air smells of fresh rain and moss, and the soft rustle of leaves creates a constant, soothing hum. The grove is a place where magic flows gently, where each step feels like a dance with nature itself. It is untouched by human hands, a quiet refuge where the ancient magic of the forest is preserved, cradled in the tender care of the earth. Fact 90: the Silver Vale, a secluded valley hidden in the mountains, is known for its serene beauty and quiet magic. The waters of the lake within the vale shimmer with a soft, silver light, casting reflections of the surrounding mountains that seem to dance in the breeze. The air is crisp and fresh, filled with the scent of pine and wildflowers. Few have seen the vale, but those who have speak of a profound peace that settles within their hearts. In this quiet haven, time slows, and the world outside seems distant, as though the vale exists only for those who seek its calm. Fact 91: the Forbidden Forest, though home to many creatures of legend, also cradles the quiet magic of the unicorn. These creatures, known for their grace and purity, move through the forest like shadows, their hooves barely disturbing the underbrush. The air in the forest changes when a unicorn is near, the very atmosphere growing still and sacred. The creatures rarely show themselves, but those lucky enough to witness their passing speak of a serene calm that settles in their hearts. The unicorns are part of the forest's quiet heartbeat, hidden away but always present, carrying magic in every step. Fact 92: the hippogriffs, noble and proud, make their home in the wide, grassy fields near Hogwarts. Their feathers glisten in the sunlight, and their regal presence commands respect, yet they move with a quiet grace. The ground seems to hum gently as they walk, their wings unfurling with a slow, majestic elegance. When they bow, it is not just a gesture, but a quiet acknowledgement of the bond between earth and sky. Watching them, one feels a deep sense of awe, as if the very air respects the power and beauty that these creatures carry within them. Fact 93. The Thestrals, though often feared, are creatures of quiet understanding. Their dark, leathery wings flutter silently through the trees, and their eyes, filled with ancient wisdom, seem to see beyond the world's surface. They are often misunderstood, yet those who have seen the Thestrals know them to be guardians of the unseen, of the quiet moments where life and death meet. Their presence is not one of fear, but of calm acceptance, offering peace to those who can look beyond the darkness and see the gentle magic that binds all things together in quiet, eternal balance. Fact 94. The dragons that roam the mountains of the wizarding world are creatures of both power and peace. Their scales shimmer like molten gold, and their eyes glow with a fiery intensity. Yet in the quiet solitude of the mountains, they move with a deliberate, slow grace. Their wings cut through the air with a soft, steady rhythm, and their roars echo through the valleys like the ancient voice of the earth. Though feared by many, those who have encountered them speak of their deep, untamable beauty and of the strange peace that can be found in their gaze. Fact 95. The giant squid that resides in the depths of the Black Lake is often overlooked, but it holds a calm, mysterious presence. Its long tentacles move through the water with a quiet purpose, gliding like shadows beneath the surface. The air above the lake stirs only slightly when it surfaces, its vast, gentle form rising in slow, peaceful movements. Despite its size, the squid evokes a sense of serenity rather than fear, as if it has been watching the world for centuries and carries with it a wisdom that only the quiet, deep waters can reveal. Fact 96. The fox, the phoenix of Hogwarts, is a creature that embodies quiet renewal. When Fox sings, his song fills the air with a soft, ethereal beauty, a sound that is both ancient and timeless. His fiery plumage glows softly, like the first light of dawn, and his tears have healing power that soothes wounds and spirits alike. Fox's presence is a reminder of the gentle cycle of life and death, of endings and new beginnings. Watching him, one feels a deep, peaceful stillness, as though the entire world has paused to honor the quiet magic he carries within. Fact 97. The Nifflers, small creatures with a love for shiny things, move with a surprising softness. Despite their mischievous tendencies, their movements are quiet and gentle, like the soft rustling of leaves in a light breeze. Their black, furry bodies blend into the earth, and their tiny paws move with such precision that they seem almost to float. Nifflers are rarely seen by those who are not looking closely, but their presence is always felt, like a gentle whisper that tickles the edges of your awareness. They remind all who encounter them that there is magic in even the smallest, softest things. Fact 98. The house elves that serve the wizarding families are creatures of quiet strength. Their small forms move swiftly and silently, their eyes bright with the knowledge of ancient magic. Though they often remain unseen, their presence is felt in the smooth rhythm of daily life, the flickering of firelight, and the soft hum of a home in harmony. The magic they wield is subtle but powerful, a thread that weaves through the heart of every wizarding household. The house elves, in their own quiet way, hold the spaces where peace and care exist, creating a sanctuary within each room they tend. Fact 99. The Yeti, often spoken of in hushed whispers, makes its home high in the frozen mountains. These towering creatures move through the snow with slow, deliberate steps, leaving footprints that disappear just as quietly as they appear. Though their presence is rarely felt by most, those who have ventured into their domain speak of an overwhelming silence, as though the very mountains themselves hold their breath. The Yeti is a creature of peace, moving gently through the snow covered landscape, its massive form nothing more than a shadow among the cliffs, watching over the mountains with ancient calm. Fact 100. The Vila, magical beings with the power to captivate, are creatures of delicate grace. Their song is soft, like a breeze that stirs the air just before dawn. Their long, flowing hair and ethereal beauty are matched only by their quiet strength as they move through their homes in the distant hills. The Vila live in harmony with nature, their movements fluid and graceful like the dance of the wind. Their power is not one of force, but of subtle, quiet magic, wrapped in the beauty of the world around them, reminding all who encounter them of the gentleness of the earth. Fact 101. The Flu Network, a convenient yet often overlooked form of magical travel, connects fireplaces across the wizarding world. When the hearth is lit, the soft green glow of the flames becomes the gateway to distant places. Though quick, the journey itself is calm, with travelers moving through the network in a steady, dreamlike flow. The network's magic hums gently, wrapping travelers in warmth and a quiet sense of connection to places near and far. Despite its speed, there is something profoundly peaceful about the stillness found in the flames as one is transported to their next destination. Fact 102. Apparition, a skill known to many, allows wizards and witches to disappear and reappear in the blink of an eye. Though it is a technique of sudden movement, the experience itself is oddly serene. Travelers often describe the feeling of being pulled through the air with gentle force, as though floating in a quiet bubble of time. The world blurs for a moment, but within that moment, there is an overwhelming sense of peace. It is as if the magic itself cradles the soul, allowing for a peaceful journey from one place to another, unnoticed by time. Fact 103. The portkey, a simple object imbued with magic to transport someone from one place to another, offers a quiet journey that begins in the soft grasp of an everyday item. Once activated, the portkey's magic takes hold with a gentle pull, transporting its traveler in a soft, rhythmic motion. The journey itself is never jarring. Instead, it feels like the world around you simply shifts into something new, much like the changing of seasons. Those who use portkeys often describe a brief moment of weightlessness before arriving, the sense of transition filled with a calm, quiet grace. Fact 104. The Hogwarts Express, a train that carries students to Hogwarts each year, is not just a mode of travel, but a peaceful journey through the countryside. The rhythmic clattering of the wheels on the tracks creates a gentle lull, and the soft sway of the train carriages feels like a gentle rocking motion. Outside, the changing landscape blurs into a tapestry of rolling hills and misty valleys. Inside, the warmth of the train and the soft murmurs of friends create a peaceful atmosphere where time slows, allowing travelers to drift into thoughts, dreams, and soft conversation. Fact 105. The night bus, though known for its unpredictable and sudden movements, offers a curious form of transportation for those in need. As it lurches through the night, its passengers often describe a strange calm despite the chaos. The dim, flickering lights inside the bus create a soft ambiance, and the sound of the wheels against the road is oddly soothing. Though the ride is never quiet in the usual sense, there is a peaceful rhythm in the sudden stops and starts, as though the bus is a strange, magical lullaby that moves through the streets with quiet intention. Fact 106: the Shrieking Shack's connection to Hogwarts is whispered about, as it houses a secret passageway to the school's grounds. This hidden path, long forgotten by most, winds its way beneath the earth with quiet purpose. Though rarely used, it exists like a gentle reminder of Hogwarts's long history, its passage sealed by both time and enchantment. When traveled, the route feels like a slow drift through ancient stone, each step resonating with soft echoes from the past. The air in the passage feels cool and still, holding the echoes of countless footsteps long faded into the shadows. Fact 107: the Vila, known for their graceful and elusive nature, are rumored to possess the ability to transport themselves through the winds. Their movements are gentle, as though they are carried by the very air itself, floating from one place to another with an ease that seems almost magical. Those who have seen them glide through the skies speak of a serene calm that surrounds them, as if the wind whispers their name, carrying them forward in quiet harmony. To witness their flight is to feel the soft breath of nature's pulse, moving with a grace that mirrors the flow of time. Fact 108: the magical broomstick, though often associated with flying and Quidditch matches, is also a quiet way to travel from one place to another. For those who have mastered its use, the broomstick offers a peaceful flight through the air, the wind rushing softly through their hair. The motion is smooth and steady, and the world below seems to slow as one glides effortlessly across the sky. The experience is one of freedom, a serene feeling of weightlessness, as if the broomstick carries not just the body, but the spirit, soaring silently through the clouds toward distant horizons. Fact 109: the Leaky Cauldron, with its welcoming door that leads to Diagon Alley, acts as a portal between the mundane world and the magical one. Though bustling with life, there is a quiet calm in the air of the pub, as if it sits at the heart of two worlds, offering a space of transition. When the door swings open, the soft ring of the bell feels like an invitation, welcoming travelers into a place where they can pause, breathe, and transition between the ordinary and the extraordinary. The magic here feels soft, like a welcoming embrace. Fact 110: the Mirror of Arist, though known for showing one's deepest desires, also offers a quiet form of transport to a world of longing. As one gazes into its depths, time seems to stretch and fade, and the world outside disappears. The mirror offers no physical movement, but instead carries its viewers through the soft pathways of their own hearts, guiding them gently through the desires they hold closest. Though the journey is not one of distance, it is a quiet exploration of the soul, where time slows and the deepest parts of the self are revealed, if only for a moment. Fact 111: the Department of Mysteries, nestled deep within the Ministry of Magic, is a place of quiet, hidden power. Its halls are lined with doors that open only to those who seek the deepest mysteries of the magical world. The air in the department is thick with ancient magic, the faint hum of enchantments echoing through the stone. In the quietest moments, the walls seem to hold their breath, watching over secrets that are as old as time itself. The department is a place of slow discovery, where the boundaries between the known and the unknown blur like a fading dream. Fact 112: the Room of Requirement, though often elusive, holds an air of quiet magic. This room appears only when one truly needs it, molding itself into whatever form is necessary for its visitor. The walls of the room seem to pulse softly with the desires of those who enter, responding to their unspoken needs. The room is not just a physical space, but a sanctuary for the heart and mind, a place where time slows and the world outside fades away, leaving only what is most important in that moment, cradled softly by the room's protective magic. Fact 113: the veil in the Department of Mysteries, though ominous in its appearance, carries an undeniable calm. Its shimmering surface pulses softly with a quiet, otherworldly light, as if it is a gateway to something just beyond the edge of reality. When one stands before the veil, there is a sense of stillness, as though the air itself holds its breath in reverence. The veil does not rush, but waits, offering a silent invitation to cross over. Though few understand its true nature, it remains an eternal reminder of the gentle boundary between life and what lies beyond. Fact 114: the burrow, in its humble chaos, carries an undercurrent of deep peace. While the rooms are filled with warmth and constant activity, there is a gentle serenity in the way the house seems to breathe with its inhabitants. Each room, though lived in, has a sense of comfort that wraps around visitors like a soft embrace. The garden outside, with its wild plants and flowers, seems to hum with life, as though the land itself is nourished by the love and care that fills the house. In this quiet corner of the world, time seems to slow, offering a moment of respite. At 1:15, the shrieking shack, known for its haunting whispers, carries a quiet energy that feels almost alive. The building, though weathered and worn, seems to pulse with the memory of those who once roamed its halls. The wind that howls through its broken windows sings a mournful tune, yet there is something calming in its constant presence. Despite its history, the shack offers a strange peace to those who dare to step inside, a place where the echoes of the past merge with the silence of the present, creating a space where time and memory intertwine like soft shadows. Fact 116: the mirror of Arist, though capable of showing one's deepest desires, is a place of quiet reflection. It is not just a mirror, but a doorway to the heart's truest yearnings. When one gazes into its depths, time seems to stretch, the world outside fading into the background as the heart is drawn into the soft pull of longing. The mirror holds no judgment, only a gentle invitation to explore what lies within. It does not offer answers, but leaves behind a quiet understanding, a reminder that even in our dreams, we are always searching for something greater. Fact 117: the Black Lake, with its still waters, is a place of quiet mystery. Beneath its surface lies a world of unknown creatures and ancient magic, but the lake itself feels serene, almost sacred. The gentle ripples in the water reflect the soft light of the sky above, creating a tranquil mirror that holds both the world above and the world below. Many pass by the lake without a second thought, yet those who take a moment to pause often find themselves drawn into its quiet embrace, feeling the weight of time and magic that has silently settled in its depths. Fact 118: the Forbidden Forest, a place of both beauty and danger, holds a deep, ancient magic that whispers through the trees. Though often feared, the forest is also a sanctuary for those who seek solitude and peace. The trees rise like quiet sentinels, their branches swaying gently in the wind. The air here feels thick with history, as though every leaf, every creature carries the weight of centuries. The forest's silence is not empty, but filled with the soft hum of life, an ancient, quiet pulse that resonates with those who are willing to listen. Fact 119: the floating isles, hidden high above the clouds, are a place untouched by time. The islands drift peacefully through the sky, bathed in the soft glow of the sun. The air is thin but crisp, carrying with it the scent of ancient magic and untouched nature. The landscape is serene, with soft rolling hills and fields of flowers that sway gently in the breeze. Though few have seen the floating isles, those who have speak of the overwhelming sense of peace they felt, as if the very air carried them into a world where time and worry cease to exist. Fact 120: the Thestrals, though often associated with death, are creatures of quiet grace and understanding. Their skeletal wings stretch out silently, their movements slow and deliberate. Despite their ominous appearance, they exude a sense of calm that is both comforting and serene. The Thestrals move through the world as silent witnesses to life and death, embodying the quiet truth that every ending carries with it a new beginning. To see them is not a cause for fear, but a reminder that even in the darkest moments, there is always a soft, guiding presence waiting in the shadows. Thank you for drifting with me tonight. May your dreams be soft and filled with gentle magic. May your mind find the quiet it seeks, and may your heart rest in peaceful stillness. Good night, dear friend.